Oh, it's a 4 vein! I've got
Oh my
18
God.
diamonds. I've got
Fucking
18.
Christ, man.
Episode 3,
Fucking diamond armor
risk
yourself
reward. Hey, can I have 7
Hey
diamonds? Can
guys,
I make
welcome
like pants or
back.
something? That'd be cool, right? Some pants.
Yeah.
Or
Oh
like pants.
no, the fucking... I've lost my water, no.
Okay, I'm officially scaling out of this and going to a further out ring on the in the THS3 world.
Alright.
Cause this one's fucking me up.
I could honestly, like, if I saw, like, burning again, I could just go in.
Yeah.
I'd feel bad doing it,
I mean,
just because it's burning.
Thickest Kevin of all time going in.
Remember that time in Out of Orbit Season 7 and Swifty was just sitting there innocently done.
I don't remember.
Viciously murdered him.
I do not remember this. I do not remember you viciously murdering Swifty.
I viciously murdered Swifty.
vicious.
And everyone was like, why did you do that? You're a dickhead.
Oh.
Like, oh, unless like an external source of,
Oh no, but like the thing
In
is,
a-
it was... Oh, when you go?
if it's like an external source of inability to defend themselves, then that's a dick move. But if they're just, you know, there, it's fine.
Oh no, I chased them and it was monuments. And I just was like, oh, he's not going to be my team, so I'll just go kill him.
Oh,
Respectable.
was he?
No, he wasn't on my team.
Okay.
So I ended up being a team with Dom and Dida.
Ida.
Yeah. Iconic team.
Iconic team that nearly top frag.
Yeah. Probably one of the
17
first-
emeralds.
oh my god, I've actually managed to run into somewhere where someone's cut down trees. This must be where someone started.
I found more diamonds.
Jeez.
It's 2 vein. I got 20 diamonds now.
This is definitely where someone started.
Fuckable. Are you making yourself armor?
Not yet, I don't know.
Or
I don't
don't
know if I should. I don't know if I should. If I'm just going around the THS3 to the Dungeoneering Terrain in full diamond.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Alright, I've headed to the next super flat area and immediately found a mine shaft.
Oh,
Nice.
nice, Dom.
Just
I
depends
got
on
23
just depends
levels.
on
I
this
can
one-
make.
if this one's been looted or not. Risky fault.
I'm sure you're fine, maybe.
Should I really do this? Oh yeah, I'm gonna go make. I'm gonna full diamond myself up. Power boots.
Actually, is the mine shaft even good right now? I feel like I should actually get like gold and shit.
Gold?
The one irritating thing about this is right. I can't find any spawners, and that's the one thing I want now.
Yeah, you're kind of in the dungeoneering world.
I'm not finding any spawners.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's like being in the Slimy Crack world and not finding the crack.
Slimy Crack, yeah.
Yeah.
I know
I
that.
mean, at
I'll
least
find more
I'm in
diamonds.
at least I'm in the fucking like the 10 arts holes.
Woohoo.
I'm like the one person on the team actually participating in the game modes.
And who's caved the least?
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
also incredibly true.
Really makes you think.
Someone was bridging on the treetops here.
I found
Wow.
more diamonds, by the way.
Of course. At this point, is it even worth announcing it?
Oh, it's a 2 vein.
It's just safe to assume Kevin's found diamonds. Where's the bridge?
Should I even be surprised? Oh, wait, I'm full diamond. No, I'm not. I'm 1 away from full diamond.
Damn.
Oh. I mean, make it.
I will, 2 secs.
Get backstabbed. Be a big suck.
I'm gonna keep my leather chestplate on. And make the armor that I do need. Legs, pants,
Definitely
boots.
near where someone has been. There's a lot of wooden planks being placed about the place.
Okay, here we go. So, boot, shoot, shoot. I'm gonna make it an iron sword now. Should I really ask someone if they've mined a lot of diamonds in this world too, or should I just not say anything?
Or just keep the surprise.
Keep it hush hush.
Or like say something like, wow, I can't find any diamonds, wink wink. Maybe without the wink wink. And people are gonna be like, really? Wow.
Oh, Daphs.
Oh shit.
Daphs
Ravana
is right
feedback.
underneath me.
You wanna take that?
What's his health? He's on.
He's on
oh,
9
he's
hearts.
like half a heart above me.
Yeah, I don't.
I mean, I have better ping than him.
But you might
That-
be enchanted.
Yeah, actually, I did not see what his gear was. I just saw his name.
Just leave him. I think it's not worth.
Yeah, I'm getting out of here.
I'd rather
Yeah.
we be a full team when we meet up.
Yeah, because I have a stack of gold, so.
Yeah, I have 36 gold too. I've technically got 40 gold because I've got another gap. So
Of course, when I made that fucking Daft skin in the pre-game, I'd run into Dafts.
I know, but it's
See
I
pillars.
don't need half this stuff.
What a weak dungeon chest.
The only thing I found. Oh, jeez, Skelly. Kill it. Skeletons. Oh no. I found more gold.
By the way, just upfront, complete honesty. I have no fucking clue what I'm doing right now.
Respectable.
That's fair enough.
I'm just kind of just running through this, hoping I can see a cave I can hop in. It's not going
Yeah.
well.
I'd probably do the same, to be honest.
I got curious by Daft's cave, and I was like, I don't want to fight Daft's.
If it was someone else, I would have easily recommended it.
Yeah, it would have been a good shout, but hello, full iron skeleton.
I found another zombie spawner. All my iron pick just broke. Well, lucky I've got some 19 iron and 12 iron smelted to go.
Oh, look at you,
Oh yeah.
spare iron. Just idiot.
Eat it.
More iron and smelted.
Oh wow, it's thunderstorming here.
I think I might be fairly safe where I am right now, because there's hostile mobs just kind of like out in the open,
Oh, it's just so loud.
which means that they were probably still here. Yeah, it means they were still here, and then they got like the chunks unloaded. So someone's been here, but I don't think I was near. Oh, there we go, my first diamond from a
Oh, well done,
chest.
Dom.
Whoa.
So glad to be here carrying this team. Got some more gold.
I hear zombies, but I just don't know where they're spawning from.
The hell kind of big.
I see them. Oh, more string. No book though.
Huh.
I find a lot of caves, but like none that stuff I need. Oh my god.
Alright, got myself power 3.
Ooh. Seems like you're pretty set.
Mm-hmm. Why do I have Barracuda playing all over it in my head? Barracuda.
I found a double spawner now.
Oh, you've actually started finding spawners
Yeah.
instead of diamonds.
I'm not gonna look for diamonds anymore. I don't think I need any.
What? I
We
mean,
might.
hello,
True.
we're teammates.
Hello. It's not just Kevin Perry gets full diamond and that's it.
No, I know.
It's Kevin Perry versus the world.
We are not the world. We are your friends.
Yeah, but like I mean, like
For now.
I can give you some. I can give you armor.
Oh, it's so nice.
I don't need it all for myself.
Well, yeah, but if we can all three of us get full diamond,
Ooh, spider spawner.
why is there no gravel in caves anymore? Friggin' like diorite in the bunch. Took it out. Probably. Dang, you diorite in the bunch.
Fucking saw an enchanted book in a chest. Got
Oh.
excited. Beta
Oh.
Arthropods 4, Knockback 2.
I
Knockback
got
could be
power on
useful.
book.
Knockback's
Tips on the knockback.
I got a
Okay.
power spell from a
I
skelly.
mean, to be fair, I'm in the fucking 10 arts world.
Fine, you can have it.
I might just. Do I have enough for an anvil? I don't have enough iron for an anvil.
Oh.
See about making myself an anvil and then just fucking
Mm.
getting out whacking sick.
Wacko Flipper.
Wacko Flipper indeed.
Hey, who was left? Don't tell me that.
Oh, wowie. Nope, I got more string. By the way, Dom, I have got 32 string if we need string.
Ooh. How much string do I have? I have 16 string, so I think we're pretty set on string.
Nice.
I guess I got Iron Man.
Nice.
Nice, Fanny.
Oh
Not
yeah,
what we
brother.
expected.
A surprise, to be sure.
Flues Maker.
What do you mean, Flues Maker?
He's on full health still.
Might have taken damage.
Is he?
No, I have no idea. I might have taken damage. Alright, let's get away from here. Find an actual cave
Yeah.
again.
I'm a 0-0. Oh no.
Oh fuck! Oh fuck! I found Ben.
No, Ron. Is he see you?
Oh yep, he's definitely seen me.
Is he chasing you?
Yep, he's most definitely chasing me.
Oh shit.
I might just have to fucking pray.
Dig.
He's on 9.5.
Just try and dig if you can.
I'm like in like the yeah, I'm in like the plains, so
I've had more diamonds.
he's enchanted. He's got diamond boots.
Oh
Oh,
fuck.
just fuck's sake.
Wow.
Shot him. His bow does so much damage. He genuinely did, I think, 3.5 hearts in a shot.
Holy shit.
Hey, how's it going, y'all? Well, I appreciate it. Well, it's great to be here. Thank you so much. Love you too. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming. I really think that it's deeply important, obviously, what Young Americans Foundation does, not just on college campuses, but for high school students. I very frequently talk to parents, and they ask me, how do I make sure that my kid ends up conservative? And I say, start now, and the kids are like 2. So starting when they are in high school is, I think, the minimum that has to be done. Honestly, by the time you get to college, if you're not set in your conservative ways, then there's a good shot that you will be perverted to the dark side by the amount of propaganda that you undergo. I want to pause for a second and say thank you to the folks who've been watching online. There have been several thousand people who are watching online because this is being live streamed and we're running about half an hour late, but I appreciate your forbearance. So tonight, I want to talk a little bit about activism since this is a high school activist conference. Now, normally what I would say is this is a deeply exciting time to get into politics, and it is exciting in kind of the way like a Fast and Furious movie is exciting. It's lots of car wrecks, it's got some explosions, it's really stupid. And that's fun. I mean, it makes for some fun times in politics, but it's a little more fraught than that, obviously. Obviously, the stupid is first and foremost in my mind since I cover the news cycle every single day. You know things are stupid when Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez is being hailed as a great intellect inside the Democratic Party. I will say there is something wonderfully amusing about watching our amazing journalistic firefighters in the media rush to defend every dumb thing that she whatever says. This week, for example, she suggested that the detention centers down on the border in which we process illegal immigrants, you know, the places that Democrats are trying to defund so that there aren't enough beds or resources to actually take care of those illegal immigrants. She suggested that they were like concentration camps and then never again. And the entire media rose to her defense as one, except for Chuck Todd, ironically, weirdly enough. And they all suggested that what she actually meant was not concentration camps, you know, like Nazi concentration camps, despite the fact that she used a specific Holocaust phrase, never again. No, what they actually meant, what she actually meant was the long history of concentration camps. Because as we all know, AOC is a historian and an expert on the Boer War, which is where concentration camps began. Now, I think there's a better shot that AOC thinks a concentration camp is just a camp where people go to concentrate than that she thinks that concentration camps have anything to do with the Boer War. But I'm looking forward to the day when AOC actually declares the earth is flat and the media rush to defend her and proclaim that she is fact-check correct. Actually, she's right. And it's actually Donald Trump's fault. It used to be round, but now the earth is flat because of Trump, somehow. This stupidity is extending to the Democratic primaries. Just to give you tonight's update, the Democrats are all in on bashing Joe Biden for making the relatively innocuous statement that he has worked with people whose views he considers evil and bad, including segregationists, in the past, and that they have tried to treat each other civilly. This is apparently unacceptable inside the Democratic Party, trying to treat people who disagree with you, even people whose ideas you find disgusting, civilly. You can't do that anymore. And so people are jumping all over Joe Biden. Again, I'll admit to a bit of Schadenfreude. This is the same guy who suggested that Mitt Romney was a vicious racist who wanted to put black people back in chains. So watching Joe Biden get dragged through the mud doesn't bother me any. I'm not going to lose much sleep over it. At the same time, the Democratic Party has become so radical that it does give one a sense of disquieting unease. When you feel as though the ground is moving beneath you. When you feel as though you can't say basic things that are true. Things like, communism is bad. Or a man is a man, and a woman is a woman. If you say these sorts of things, then you're cast out of polite society. And that really means that there are stakes to this clown show. It's all dumb, but there are actual stakes to that. And that's why activism is really, truly important. So tonight I want to give you 7 tips on activism as you move forward into your college career. It shouldn't take too long, then we'll do some Q&A, which is really the fun part. So, first tip, read. So I know, everybody wants to be on TV. And listen, I've been doing this since I was 17 years old. I remember being your age wasn't all that long ago, although I can't say that for much longer. But, it's starting to get weird when you guys are closer to my children's age than you are to my age. It's disturbing to me. But one of the things that because there's so many media outlets, because there's such a hunger for conservative content, there is an incentive structure that leads people to get out there before they are ready. It leads people to get out in the public eye before they have fully formed thoughts. And that's a dangerous thing. As somebody who's writing a syndicated column at 17, I can guarantee you that most of my stupidest ideas came in the first 5 years of writing that column. Because when you are young, you think that every idea that comes through your head is a good one, whether it is car surfing, or whether it is whatever you decide to put in a column today. What this means is that this is a great time for you to educate yourselves, to read, to know more than your peers. One of the things that they won't tell you about politics, dirty little secret about politics, people who are experts on a topic are people who have read 10 books on a topic. People who are qualified to speak on TV about a topic are people who have read an article on a topic. Be the person who reads 10 books on the topic, not the person who read the article on the topic. And this means listen more than you talk, at least for now. And the second tip is that you should understand your own principles. And this is part and parcel of reading a lot and of having discussions with folks. You really need to understand what you believe at a core root level. There's a lot of pressure in politics to sort of follow the leader. There's a lot of pressure to think like a person who you admire. And I've always encouraged folks that they shouldn't always just defend somebody they admire because they admire that person. Maybe the person has a bad idea. I love Ronald Reagan. That doesn't mean that every single thing that Ronald Reagan ever did is something that I agree with. Most of what he said I agree with, and that means that he's a hero to me. He committed acts of great heroism as president of the United States. That doesn't mean that I agreed with his spending policies. I don't even think Ronald Reagan agreed with his spending policies, to be frank with you. Also, as a subset of understanding your own principles, you need to follow the evidence. And that means that you should be constantly guided by new facts and new evidence that are brought to bear. If you're not changing your mind constantly, if you're not constantly rethinking and integrating new facts, then you're not doing your job. If your perspective is so thickened that nothing is able to penetrate it, then you essentially become akin to a leftist. Because many of the folks on the left are not interested. In fact, they're interested in their feelings about the world, and any fact that is brought to bear is considered taboo. If the left has a narrative that the United States is rooted in racism, sexism, bigotry, and homophobia, that all disparities are discrimination, then they are confronted with the fact that not all disparities are discrimination, that in fact personal choice has a lot to do with both group and individual disparity. If they're confronted with any statistics along those lines, their immediate jump is to, you're a racist. Why? Because the narrative has been challenged. Don't be that. If your narrative is challenged by a fact, maybe you need to adjust your narrative to fit the fact, or maybe you need to determine whether the fact is true or not. As also part of understanding your own principles, you do have to recognize that there are certain principles that are immutable. And this is what conservatism really is about at root. Conservatism, to use the G.K. Chesterton metaphor, conservatism is different from leftism in the following way. If you're a leftist and you walk through a field, and you see a fence in the middle of the field, and you have no idea why that fence is there, your first instinct is to uproot the fence. I don't know why the fence is there, I'm taking it out. If you're a conservative, and you see a fence in the middle of a field, your first instinct should be to say, I don't know why the fence is there. I'm going to learn why the fence is there, and then maybe I will consider whether that ought to be removed. And that means looking at the lessons of history and recognizing that they have something to teach us. This has something to do with the conservative mindset, having a level of gratitude for those who came before, trying to understand the ideas of people who came before you, and determining maybe why those ideas have been durable, what was good about those ideas, what needs to be maintained about those ideas. When folks wonder why the conservative movement has such reverence for the founding, it's because the results of the founding are the greatest upswell in human freedom and prosperity in the history of humanity. And that is also true because the founding embodied certain immutable and eternally true principles, principles we have not always lived up to, but principles that were true when they were written. And this is Lincoln's point about the Declaration of Independence. When Thomas Jefferson wrote, all men are created equal and have inalienable rights, when Jefferson wrote that, he was holding slaves at the time. But Lincoln said that was an immutable, eternal principle that we didn't live up to. And it is our job to make those principles apply to everyone the way that they were originally supposed to. It was articulated as a high principle by Jefferson for a reason, even if he didn't personally live up to that principle in his own life. Those principles matter. And the conservative principles, the ones that really matter, are limited government created solely to protect rights that come from nature and nature's God. That is conservatism in a nutshell. The founders thought that was self-evidentiarily true. I don't think it's self-evidentiarily true. I think that it is an outgrowth of 3,000 years of Judeo-Christian history and Greek reason. I think there are long roots to this. If it were self-evidentiarily true, then everyone would believe it everywhere. But it was self-evident to people who have been educated in the precepts of Western civilization and who founded the country. So educate yourself about those precepts. Realize why those principles matter. And the third tip for activists, this one is very practical. Stay off social media. Stay off of it. You know, really,